pigs, hogs, ham, sounders, and litters. This week's Keeping It Real with Cam Marston. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
This is about pigs, hogs, sounders, litters. Many of you, like me, accompany the Thanksgiving turkey with a ham. So let's have a quick chat about the magic that is pigs, hams, hogs, and other swine-related stuff. Next week, I'll spend part of the Thanksgiving break in the woods of Clarke County, Alabama. If the weather is nice, my Thanksgiving meal would be on the porch of my father's camp, breaking bread around 1 p.m. with my wife, my kids, my brothers, their wives and kids, and my father. It's what we do. And there will be ham there. In the woods nearby will be hogs, wild ones. And if I understand the story correctly, some of them are descendants of the hogs the first explorers to the Americas tossed out on islands as they came through. The explorers were preparing for return trips to Europe, and they put hogs on the islands knowing they'd survive, because they can and will eat nearly anything, and they'd multiply. So when the explorers came back through on their way back home, they provisioned with some fresh pork. Some of the hogs that were left behind found their way to the continental U.S., and the ones rooting around the woods of Clarke County, Alabama, could be long descendants of those founding father pigs, Columbian pigs, Mayflower pigs. And I think that's pretty cool. But admiring wild hogs in Alabama is taboo. They're hell on property, and no farmer or landowner has anything good to say about them. They are, however, a remarkable species. They survive, and they propagate regardless of their environment or their circumstances. They're a mammalian kudzu. They drop multiple litters each year of as many as 10 piglets. Controlling them is nearly impossible, as any hunter or landowner or farmer can attest. As an animal, they're full of vulnerabilities, allowing all kinds of prey to feed on them, and yet they thrive. And they're tasty. Pork loins are delicious. And I once ordered a blue cheese stuffed pork chop at K-Paul's in New Orleans and nearly fainted in bliss. I returned and ordered it again the next night and had it many times until K-Paul's shut their hallowed doors 3 years ago. I used to genuflect when I went in. And then there's the ham that we pull from Thanksgiving Day. Magically cut in circles, the kids love it. The ham has that iridescent sheen that glimmers in the light. Exactly why ham glimmers and forms rainbows like spilled petroleum is unclear. I don't want to know. It must be God's will. Later on Thanksgiving Day, after we've cleaned up, and after I've curled up around my packed belly for an afternoon nap, I'll step into the woods with a rifle, hoping to take down a distant cousin of the ham I've just eaten, whose ancestor may have hitched a ride on the Nina, the Pinta, or the Santa Maria a long time ago. It's all a bit gross and weird and magical all at the same time. And, well, that's all I got to say about that. I'm Cam Marston, just trying to keep it real. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
To hear more commentaries, search for Keeping It Real with Cam Marston on your favorite podcast app, or follow Cam Marston on social media.